The amazing story of how lettuce water cured chronic insomnia. Hello, everyone. Today I have an incredible story to share. Did you know that regular lettuce, the stuff in our salads and sandwiches, has amazing health benefits? I'm going to tell you how lettuce water helped someone completely overcome chronic insomnia, along with the real story and how you can make it yourself. The surprising health benefits of lettuce. First, let's talk about what lettuce actually is. Lettuce is a leafy green vegetable that's part of the daisy family. Most of us think of it as just a bland salad base, but lettuce has been used medicinally for thousands of years, dating back to ancient Egypt and Greece. Lettuce contains a compound called lacticarium, found in the white milky sap that comes out when you cut lettuce stems. This lacticarium acts as a natural sedative, sometimes called lettuce opium because of its calming effects. Lettuce is packed with vitamins A and C, folate, and potassium. Most importantly for sleep, it contains magnesium, crucial for muscle relaxation and stress reduction. Many Americans are deficient in magnesium, contributing to sleep problems and anxiety. Traditional folk medicine has long recognized lettuce's sedative properties. Beatrix Potter even referenced this in her Peter Rabbit stories. Modern research backs up what our ancestors knew. Studies show lettuce extract can increase sleep duration and improve sleep quality. Sarah's insomnia journey. Now, let me tell you about Sarah Martinez, name changed for privacy, a 42-year-old marketing manager from Phoenix, Arizona, who struggled with severe insomnia for over 5 years. Sarah's problems started during a particularly stressful period at work. Her company was going through layoffs, and she was working 60-hour weeks trying to prove her value. At first, she'd lie awake at night, worrying about losing her job, her mind racing with to-do lists and worst-case scenarios. I would get into bed exhausted, but the moment my head hit the pillow, it was like someone flipped a switch in my brain, Sarah recalls. Every worry, every task I forgot to do, every conversation from the day would just cycle through my mind on repeat. Even after the work situation stabilized, the insomnia didn't go away. It had become a deeply ingrained pattern. Sarah would fall asleep around 2 or 3 a.m., only to wake up at 5:30 a.m. when her alarm went off. She was getting maybe 3 to 4 hours of sleep per night, and it was destroying her life. The chronic sleep deprivation began, affecting every aspect of Sarah's daily routine. She was constantly exhausted, drinking 5 to 6 cups of coffee just to function at work. Her concentration was shot. She'd read the same email 3 times and still not understand it. Simple decisions, like what to have for lunch, became overwhelming. But the worst part was how it affected her marriage to her husband, Mike. I became this irritable, snappy person that I didn't even recognize, Sarah says. Mike would try to be supportive, but I was so on edge all the time. I'd get angry about dishes in the sink, about him, breathing too loudly, about anything and everything. Mike, who could fall asleep within minutes and sleep soundly through the night, couldn't understand what Sarah was going through. He'd tell me to just relax and go to sleep, which made me want to scream, Sarah remembers. Like, gee, thanks, honey. Why didn't I think of that? Their relationship became strained. They stopped having their usual evening conversations because Sarah was too wound up. Date nights became rare because Sarah was always too tired or too anxious. They even started sleeping in separate rooms because Sarah's tossing and turning kept Mike awake. Desperate for a solution, Sarah tried everything she could find. She started with the obvious stuff: no caffeine after 2 p.m., no screens before bed, keeping the bedroom cool and dark. She bought blackout curtains, a white noise machine, and even one of those expensive memory foam mattresses. She tried melatonin supplements, which helped for about a week before losing effectiveness. She downloaded meditation apps like Headspace and Calm, practiced deep breathing exercises, and even took a yoga class specifically designed for better sleep. Sarah's doctor prescribed Ambien, which worked but left her feeling groggy and disconnected the next day. I was afraid of becoming dependent on sleeping pills, she explains. Plus, they didn't feel like real sleep, more like being unconscious for a few hours. She tried herbal teas chamomile, valerian root, passion flower. She got acupuncture treatments. She even saw a sleep specialist and did an overnight sleep study. But they couldn't find any physical cause for her insomnia. I spent thousands of dollars and tried probably 20 different approaches, Sarah says. Nothing worked for more than a few days. I started to think this was just my life now, that I was broken somehow. The turning point came from the most unexpected source. Sarah was at her local Whole Foods, looking completely exhausted while buying her usual arsenal of sleep aids, when she struck up a conversation with an elderly woman in the checkout line. The woman, Margaret, noticed Sarah's purchases melatonin, chamomile, tea, magnesium supplements, and asked if she was having trouble sleeping. When Sarah explained her situation, Margaret's face lit up with recognition. "Oh, honey, I went through the exact same thing. After my husband passed away," Margaret said. "Couldn't sleep for months. My daughter-in-law is from England, and she told me about something her grandmother used to do, boiling lettuce and drinking the water. I thought she was crazy, but I was desperate enough to try anything." Margaret explained that she'd been making lettuce water for 6 months and sleeping like a baby ever since. "It sounds absolutely ridiculous, I know, but it changed my life. The science actually makes sense when you look into it." Sarah was skeptical after so many failed attempts. She'd become cynical about sleep remedies. But something about Margaret's genuine enthusiasm and the fact that she looked so well rested convinced her to give it a shot. That evening, Sarah went to her local grocery store and bought a head of romaine lettuce. Following Margaret's basic instructions, she boiled several leaves in water for about 10 minutes, strained out the lettuce, and drank the warm water about an hour before bedtime. The taste was mild, slightly bitter, but not unpleasant, kind of like a very light herbal tea. Sarah didn't expect much, but within 30 minutes, she noticed a subtle sense of calm washing over her. For the first time in months, her racing thoughts began to quiet down. That first night, Sarah fell asleep in about 20 minutes instead of her usual 2 to 3 hours. She woke up once during the night, but was able to fall back asleep relatively quickly. It wasn't perfect, but it was the best night's sleep she'd had in years. "I thought it might be a placebo effect," Sarah admits, "but I figured even if it was all in my head, I'd take it." She continued drinking lettuce water every night. By the end of the first week, she was consistently falling asleep within 30 minutes. After 2 weeks, she was sleeping through the night most nights. After a month, she felt like a completely different person. "The change wasn't just in my sleep, it was in everything," Sarah explains. "I had energy during the day. I could focus at work. And most importantly, I got my marriage back." Mike said it was like having the old Sarah return. 9 months later, Sarah still drinks lettuce water every night and hasn't had a single relapse of her insomnia. She's even gotten several friends to try it, with similar success stories. How to make lettuce water. Making lettuce water is surprisingly simple and requires just 2 ingredients: 3 to 4 large romaine lettuce leaves and 2 cups of water. Simple instructions. Wash lettuce leaves thoroughly under cold running water. Bring 2 cups of water to a boil in a medium saucepan. Add lettuce leaves to the boiling water and simmer for 10–15 minutes. Turn off heat and let steep for 5 minutes. Strain out the lettuce leaves and let cool to drinking temperature. How to use: drink about 1 cup. 30–60 minutes before bedtime at warm or room temperature. Store leftovers in the refrigerator for up to 2 days. And gently reheat before drinking. Important notes. Start with a smaller amount first to test your body's response. If you're pregnant, nursing, or taking medications, consult your healthcare provider. This works for many people, but isn't a cure-all for serious sleep disorders. Sarah's incredible journey from chronic insomnia to peaceful Sleep shows that sometimes the most effective solutions are hiding in plain sight. While lettuce water won't work for everyone, it's worth trying if you're struggling with sleep issues. It's natural, inexpensive, and has virtually no side effects. You probably already have everything you need in your kitchen. No special orders, no expensive supplements, just lettuce and water. Give it at least a week of consistent use before deciding if it works for you. I'd love to hear about your experiences in the comments. Have you tried lettuce water? Do you have other natural sleep remedies? Your stories might help someone else struggling with insomnia. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more health content. Sweet dreams, everyone!